Do you have rage in the mornings when you're trying to get your kids ready for school? I did. And through some trial and error, I found some ways to make my life a little less stressful. In this video, I share with you 5 morning routine hacks that might just save your sanity, because they certainly saved mine. My name's Joy, and in this Simplify Your Life series, I am sharing with you experiences, ideas, and advice that might help you on your journey in parenthood. About a year ago, my morning routine was an absolute disaster. I was trying to nurse a baby, pump so that the baby had milk at daycare, and try to help 2 older kids at that time that were 8 and 5 get ready for school. So I would wake them up at 6:45 in the morning, and I would take care of my business with the baby and getting myself ready. I would then ask them, do you have your teeth brushed? Nope. Do you have your clothes on? Of course they didn't. And this caused a lot of frustration and anger every morning. So finally, we got all of those little pieces put together of things that they should have already had done. We maybe were able to eat breakfast, meaning that they actually ate what I put in front of them. And then we were always just rushing last minute to try to get everybody in the vehicle and everyone where they were supposed to go. And one day, I decided that I was sick of feeling mad and that the amount of rage I had was just probably inappropriate, and I couldn't keep doing it day after day. So I vowed to myself that I needed to figure out some changes to make my life less stressful. So here are my 5 morning routine hacks. Number 1, no kids' TV in the morning. I'm pretty sure this was our prime time management issue. The kids were zoned out, non-functional, and didn't listen to anything I said when they were watching TV. And because they knew they could watch TV, that was the only thing on the forefront of their mind that they cared about. So getting dressed and brushing their teeth just wasn't going to happen. So get rid of that, and I got rid of some of the major contributors to our problems that I had been experiencing in the past year. Number 2, night showers. I feel kind of strange giving this advice. If you have always been a night showerer, please don't get mad at me. I used to think that night showering was the weirdest thing ever. And what I mean by this is my husband grew up being a night showerer, and I thought it was just strange. I thought it was weird. How could you do that? Now, obviously, I would take a shower at night, if I had been sweating, or done something that made me dirty. But I always showered in the morning, mainly because if I didn't shower in the morning, I couldn't wake up. I didn't feel awake. But something happened throughout this parenting journey where I got so numbed from sleepless nights and pure exhaustion that I didn't know the difference between what awake felt like and didn't feel like. So showering in the morning versus showering at night didn't seem to matter. So now all of us shower at night or bathe at night, and that takes one more thing out of the morning routine that we don't have to even deal with. Number 3, physically dress your child or children that can't wake up in the morning. Now, being able to dress yourself is something that is typically part of growing up, right? Depending on the child, depending on their particular situation. But my child, who is physically able to dress herself, who is currently 6, is an absolute deadweight zombie in the morning. And what I mean is, she just can't wake up very easily. She's not doing it manipulatively. She just really has a hard time coming out of her sleep cycle. So instead of me yelling and calling, hey, it's time to get up, you know what? It's easier just to go in her room, take off her pajamas, put on her clothes, and by the time we get to putting on the shirt, which is the last step, she finally is conscious. She can sit up, stand up, and stagger into the hallway, typically running into a corner or the wall on the way, and go to the bathroom, brush her teeth, and take care of that business. But you guys, for me, I've just decided it's the best step forward to saving time and making sure she's ready to go. Otherwise, it would just be pure frustration every day trying to get her moving. Number 4, have clothes bundled and in sets for the week. I feel like I've become more OCD as time has gone on, and I don't say OCD in a trivial way. I feel like I'm a little bit obsessed, and I feel that I must set the clothes out on their dresser, all parts of their clothes ready to go in a bundle, socks, underwear, pants, and a shirt. Because if I don't have everything laid out for the week, then there's arguing that I don't like this shirt or I can't find this match to my sock. Instead, the expectations are that over the weekend, when we get done doing our piles and piles of laundry, that I will go and put together socks, pants, underwear, and a shirt, get them rolled up, put them into their drawers, as many as I can physically put together based on what laundry has been done, set out the 5 for the week, and that way in the morning, everybody knows whatever is next in line, that's what you're going to wear. So nobody can complain about what they're wearing, including myself. I even do this in my closet with my dress clothes. And I have my shirts and jackets or sweaters set up with pants, and whatever's next in line, I put it on. Because there were years where I would just every morning try to put something together, and this looks stupid, and I don't like this. No, whatever I have in line is what I wear. And that way I also wear all of my clothes. For some reason, I feel like all my clothes deserve to be worn. So all the clothes that I have bought, all the clothes that have been given to me, I feel like they're all getting used and getting their time in the sun. And that also then helps save me energy and stress dealing with trying to figure out what to wear. Number 5, sleep in. Now, some of you right now might be thinking with a little bit of resentment in your heart and mind that, what do you mean sleep in? I can't do that. I have an early riser. Or my kid is up all night, every other hour, and is in my bed, and no, I have to be up, and that's just how it is. Hey, calm down. I've been there. I lived for 4 years of I don't know how I even survived because I was so tired because of children that wouldn't sleep. I get it. But right now in my season of motherhood and parenthood, my kids will sleep until about 7. Now, of course, there's always the odd night, but they will. And by going from 7 o'clock until about 7:30 as our timeline for getting ready, instead of waking them up at 6:45 and having 45 minutes to get ready, having a shorter amount of time has actually made us more efficient. It works for us. And right now, it might not work for you. I get it. But in the future, it could. And the reason it works for us is because they get up and they know all the things they have to do in the order they do them, right? Brush teeth, put on your clothes. We're going to eat at 7:15 and we better be getting into the car by 7:30. And yeah, sometimes, on that odd day when somebody says, I have to poop, our schedule kind of gets wrecked. But for the most part, it works really well. And there's no lollygagging. There's less time for arguing with your sister and getting distracted by whatever's on the floor. Now, are all of my mornings perfect? That's hilarious. No. For instance, this morning was an absolute frantic, crazy disaster. Partially my fault. But my daughter decided to wear her dress shoes instead of snow boots and snow pants. There's snow outside. She said, I forgot. Okay, well, get them on. Then she comes strolling outside to the van, and she doesn't have a backpack on. She walks slowly back inside to get her backpack. And at that point, I realized that I needed to get gas. You might be thinking, well, can't you get it later? No. I drive my vehicles until it's so low that when it says low fuel, it doesn't even tell you how many miles are left because it's that low. So I realized that either I ruin my morning or have the kids be late by getting gas or by running out of gas. And I figured that getting gas and being a little late was better than running out of gas and being really late. So no, not all mornings are perfect, but on average, you guys, it has been working and things have been much simplified. And like I said, my rage on the rage meter has gone down quite a bit. Please be aware that these tips and tricks that I share with you are things that I have developed over time and by no means are going to work right away for your family or might not even work at all. I would suggest just trying one for a few weeks. If it seems to work, then try another one and then just keep going from there. The whole point of these videos is to simplify your life, not overwhelm you and complicate things even more. And one more item, kind of a disclaimer. I am no longer breastfeeding a baby and no longer pumping milk. So those two things are not in my morning routine anymore. And what I am trying to say by this is everybody is in a different situation with their family life. Everybody has different types of kids, behaviors of kids, ages of kids. As you are considering ways to help make your morning routine easier, recognize that some of these might not be something you can implement today or in the next year, but maybe in a few years you could, and it will be useful for you and helpful for you. If any of these 5 morning routines seem like something you want to try, or you tried them and you want to tell me how they turned out, I would love if you would share with me in the comments. Or if you have some other great ideas to help simplify the morning, please feel free to share. Last thing, if you appreciated the information that I shared with you in this video, I would love for you to like the video. I would also be so happy if you subscribe to my channel so that you can get more of the content like I shared today, if that is something that you're looking for. And if you do subscribe, that tells me that I should keep making more videos like this, because I want to help others and be able to share my experiences and my knowledge and my advice with others to help them on their parenting journey. Experiences can teach us so much, and I love sharing them with you. Thank you for watching.